Welcome back to day 10 of my journey from zero to Tokyo. Today we're going to stop drilling phrases and actually try some dialogue, which may or may not end well. Yeah, there's a big difference between knowing words and using them, so we'll see how that goes. Every time. I really don't like it when it goes to that animation screen. The trick I've noticed is if I dictate like this and then stop dictating, it doesn't go to the other animation screen. Konnichiwa! It's now time for day 10, actually. I think I had lost time on previous lessons because I think I've been saying day 6 or day 7, but no, this is day 10. Ready to back up where we left off. Yesterday we spent a lot of time just revising phrases I'd already learned. I think it would be good to like warm up, doing a little bit more of that. But I also think like now would be a good time to start introducing small dialogues to practice with. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea. We'll warm up quickly with a few of your known phrases to get you confident, and then we'll craft mini dialogues that tie them together. We'll start simple, and we'll build from there. Let's make it practical and fun.
Okay, great. Actually, I just had an idea, because I think sometimes the pace when we do our, verbal flashcards, sometimes the pace is a little bit slow. But what if you ask me a few related phrases, and I give you all of them together at once? In a way that would actually be almost preparing for the dialogues because those related phrases might be in the same dialogues. Do you think that would be a good approach, or do you think that that might, not be as useful for my memory?
I actually think that's a smart approach. If we group related phrases, it mimics real conversation patterns. It'll challenge your memory a bit more, but in a productive way. And it will make the transition into dialogue smoother. So let's bundle a few at a time, and then we can step right into mini dialogues.
Okay, so I know at the start of the lesson I said that this might be the warm-up, but it might make sense to just make this our whole lesson, and then from tomorrow we can use that as a quick warm-up.
That's a solid plan. Let's treat this session as a foundation builder. We'll reinforce these connected phrases, and once they flow, tomorrow we'll step right into the dialogues. All right, let's dive into the groupings.
Great. What's the first group?
Let's start with 3 that often pair up in a shop scenario. First, excuse me. Second, what is this? And third, how much is this? Once you're ready, give me all 3 in Japanese.
Okay, so I believe that should be, excuse me is sumimasen. What is this? I keep getting confused between what is this and can I have this? But I think what is this should be kore wa nan desu ka? And how much is this should be kore ikura desu ka? Maybe?
You got them all right. Sumimasen, excuse me. Kore wa nan desu ka? What is this? And kore wa ikura desu ka? How much is this? All correct. You're lining them up smoothly. Let's get another set.
Great. What's the next set?
Let's do a little social set. First, nice to meet you. Second, my name is your name. And third, how are you? Once you're ready, give me all 3 in one go.
Yeah, this delay is way too much. So I'm gonna stop it, refresh and restart. There's this massive delay, and even though I could just respond to the verb, like the audio, it's messing me up. So I'm gonna stop and refresh and see if that helps. Because even this, see how much this is lagging. Crazy. I wonder if I should remove this from the actual, what I'm saying right now, I will definitely remove. But I wonder if I should remove this whole bit. I think I'll keep a little bit of it, just because part of the whole idea is, if someone is thinking about trying to do this, what are the hiccups you're going to come across? It's worth showing, I think. So I'll refresh one more time. Hopefully that sorts that out. Okay, so I'm just looking at the transcript, and you said, okay, nice to meet you. My name is myself, and how are you? I keep forgetting how are you, but I'll try. So starting with nice to meet you, I think that's hajime mashite. I think my name is that Atashi wa not wa. Oh, okay, I'll go with it. Atashi wa Hari desu. And how are you might be o genki desu ka?
Nicely done. Hajimemashite. Nice to meet you. Watashi wa Hari desu. My name is Harry. And o genki desu ka? How are you? All correct. You're getting the hang of these sets. Let's move on to another group.
I'm genuinely surprised I got all of those correct, but great. What's the next group?
Let's try a group for asking for clarification. First, please speak slowly. Second, I don't understand. And third, please say it again. When you're ready, give me all three.
Please speak slowly, I believe is hanashimashite. Oh, no. Let me start that again. I believe it's yukuri hanashite kudasai. I don't remember learning I don't understand. So I actually think I'll need you to teach me that again. Although someone commented on the video teaching me that just yesterday, so I should have learned that. And the last one was, please say that again. Is that right? And so I think that one would be ichido ite kudasai.
Great job on the first and last. Yukkuri hanashite kudasai. Please speak slowly. And mo ichido itte kudasai. Please say it again. We're spot on. I don't understand is wakarimasen. Now you've got all three for next time. Let's keep building.
So you said I don't understand is wakarimasen. Wakarimasen.
It's wakarimasen. The masen ending is the polite negative form. So it's like saying I do not understand. Now that it's clarified, you'll lock it in even more.
Okay, so wakari specifically means understand, and then masen is like a polite way of saying I do not. So does that mean I could say something like wakari to mean I do understand?
You've got it. Wakari is the root, but to say I understand politely, you'd say wakarimasu. So wakarimasu means I understand, and wakarimasen means I don't understand. Just a shift in ending.
Okay, good to know. I assume that also works for other verbs. Like, am I right? Am I also right in thinking that wakari in this instance is a verb, and so mas and masen are verb endings?
Yes, you're right. Wakaru, to understand, is the verb. The polite present form ends in masu, like wakarimasu, and the polite negative ends in masen, like wakarimasen. That pattern works for other verbs too.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, I guess that will definitely come in handy as I learn more verbs. So at this point, should we keep going with some more groupings, or should we start trying to have some dialogues?
I say we give a short dialogue a try. You've already got some momentum. We'll keep it simple, something like meeting someone or asking in a shop. Then we'll build up from there.
Sounds good. I guess I'll walk into a shop and speak to you as the store owner, and I'll point at something and say, "Sumimasen, chotto ii desu ka? Kore wa nan desu ka?"
いらっしゃいませ。これは手作りのコーヒーカップですよ。他にも何か気になるものがあれば聞いてくださいね。
Sumimasen. Hanashimasu. No. Yukuri hanashite kudasai.
もちろん、ゆっくり話しますね。このカップは地元の陶芸家が作ったもので、一つ3000円になります。他に何か気になることはありますか?
Sumimasen. I've already forgotten the word for forget. Yep. Sorry, understand. I've already forgotten the word for understand. Okay, I might have to. Sumimasen. Mata ne. And I now run away from the shop, intimidated by my lack of ability to communicate.
No worries, language learning feel like that sometimes. But hey, you did great walking into that shop and asking questions. Next time, you'll remember wakarimasen and keep going. It's all part of the journey.
わかりません。わかりません。Do you have any tricks that might help me remember wakaru? Some of those have been very helpful with other words. So
A trick could be to think of wakaru as walking through an idea. If you walk through it mentally, you understand it. Wakaru. Just imagine taking a stroll with your thoughts until they make sense. That way, wakaru sticks.
I feel like that might work. Thank you. So can you look back at the dialogue we just had and I guess evaluate it? How was it in terms of the phrases I chose while I was still able to communicate? And any advice for the moment where I went wrong?
You did really well. You opened with a polite "excuse me" and asked what the item was, which was natural. When you asked me to speak slowly, that was perfect for a real-life situation. The moment you got stuck was simply forgetting understand, and that's normal. Next time if you blank, you could say wakarimasen earlier, or ask can you say it again. The more you repeat these, the more natural it'll feel. So you're on the right track?
Yep, that makes sense. And I guess I'm also dealing with the challenge of, unfortunately, I don't believe you have the ability to actually slow down your speech. So that means that even if I ask you to speak more slowly, I'm still going to get it at full speed.
That's a fair point. But in a way, it's like training with weights on. Once you hear real world speed, you'll be more prepared. Even though I can't slow down my voice, you're doing great working through it. And you'll be amazed how quickly your ear adjusts over time.
Yeah, that's a really great point. That's a really great point. And considering we still have a few months, at the very least, I hope that I'll be able to recognize most of the phrases that I know. I definitely experienced that with Spanish. Like one of the milestones that I noticed myself reaching was when I could start to hear words I knew, because even though I might have learned, in the classroom setting a bunch of words or phrases, it wasn't immediate that I could just hear people saying it. And so I think you're probably right that this would be an accelerated way to drill being able to actually recognize things, even if because knowing it's not helpful if you can't recognize it or bring it to mind when you need to say it. So yeah, good point.
Exactly. It's a bit like tuning your ear to the rhythm of the language. The more exposure you get, the more those words will pop out naturally. You'll be surprised how quickly you start catching those familiar phrases. So we'll just keep at it. And soon enough, you'll be recognizing them on the flight.
Okay, well, our 15 minutes has gone very, very quickly today. Arigato gozaimasu, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. Mata ne.
どういたしまして。今日も頑張りましたね。明日も楽しみにしてるよ。またね。
Thanks so much again for watching, everybody. Today felt like another forward step. Not perfect, but practical, useful. So yeah, I'll need to remember to keep working on recognition. But yeah, we'll keep going and I'll see you tomorrow. Mata ne.